Are you feeling overwhelmed or a little stressed out with the beginning of this new year? Are the spaces in your house cluttered and causing you mental disorder and stress? If so, you're in the right place. Today, that place for me is my pantry. I couldn't even see everything that was in here. It was disorganized. Things were just thrown all about. And after doing the grocery shopping for the week, I wasn't even sure where to put in all the items I would need for snacks, dinners, lunches, breakfast for the week ahead. If you are feeling the same way, pick one area in your house that is overwhelming you the most, and let's do some decluttering and organizing together. When you feel overwhelmed, remember, a little at a time is how it gets done. One thing, one task, one moment at a time. For decluttering my pantry, I'm going to go shelf by shelf. I typically keep the same types of items on the shelf, and it's been that way for years now, which makes the decluttering and organizing process a lot easier and easier to find the items that I'm looking for while cooking dinner. So I'm going to take everything off of this top shelf, go through it, see if there's anything expired or just old and needs to be tossed, and get everything reorganized and put back in their place. Everything in my pantry does have a home, which makes decluttering and organizing a lot easier, and also makes putting items away after getting home from the grocery store a lot easier, as well as finding snacks and cooking our meals. The items that I keep on my top shelf are not things that I reach for every single day, which makes it a lot easier. The top shelf is pretty high, and sometimes you can forget what is up there. It's stuff that I just use occasionally. So if you are looking for organization ideas, think of that. What are things you grab for every single day? What are things you use occasionally? Are there backup items that you could tuck away in the back? And then when something runs low, you know it's back there and can just grab for it quickly and replace what has run out. I wanted to mention too, yes, this is the exact same outfit as my previous video that was posted earlier this week. I did film both videos mostly on the same day. In this video, I will have a grocery haul for you that was filmed the night before I did this pantry organizing. So you will see an outfit change there. But if you were wondering, yes, they were filmed on the same day. And if you have not yet, go back after you finish this video to my video that was posted earlier this week to get some whole house cleaning motivation for your Saturday morning. I hope these videos combined give you all the motivation that you need to have a productive, successful weekend for a great week ahead. My first video I posted this week is filled with cleaning motivation, and this video has decluttering and organizing and getting your refrigerator and pantry all set for a great week ahead. Benjamin Franklin said, "For every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned." I find that so encouraging and so true. Once you've organized the space that is overwhelming you the most, you'll see that your days and weeks, whenever you utilize those types of spaces, go a lot smoother. You save so much time being able to find the items that you're looking for, especially in a pantry. I'm working my way from top to bottom in reorganizing and cleaning this pantry. This little area here is where one of our vents are, so it made this weird jet into the pantry and gets rather dirty because I keep our blender here, our protein powders and oats. They all just fit so nicely here because they're rather larger items, and I do use them every single day, so it does end up working out perfectly. I've thought a little bit about making those beautiful wood shelf covers that are out there for these wired shelves. They look so nice, make the pantry look even more beautiful than trying to use pretty baskets like I do here. I think organizing with baskets is such a nice way to make the pantry look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than all of the plastic containers. I just find the baskets to be so pretty. But with those wooden shelves, that would also mean a little bit more cleaning because I'd have to dust off and wipe down those shelves all the time. So I think I'll keep the wire shelves. I do like that I don't really have to go in and wipe them down very often, maybe sometimes here and there if something were to spill. But for the most part, if something does spill, it just goes to the floor, so then I can just clean the floor. And there's not that much flooring here in the pantry, so it is very manageable. Now for the last bit of the pantry, the part that's been overwhelming me the most, this floor. We keep 2 big baskets down here, and this container with this teal lid is our dog food. In the baskets, the first one is where we keep our chips. We've definitely downsized on the chips that we are purchasing and have there because my son is chip obsessed. He loves them, and of course we leave them here so they're the first things that he sees. So I've been trying to find some healthier versions of chips for him to have since he does love them so much. My husband does love chips as well. Me, I'm not a chip person at all, so they could just live there until I end up throwing them away if my husband and son do not eat them. But chips do not last very long in this house at all. So thankfully that basket has downsized quite a bit. The second basket keeps all of our extra plastic bags and parchment paper. We also keep dog treats in here too. We do have, I think, 3 or 4 packages of dog treats right now. We're going through trying to figure out a good dog treat for our dog. She is allergic to chicken, which sounds so crazy, but anytime she has chicken, she gets a huge rash, and it is red and bumpy. You can see it when you look at her, how bumpy it is. Last time we brought her to the vet when she was having her ear infection, they told us that the ear infections were due to the foods she was consuming, and she had the ear infections right after Thanksgiving. So they said it's not just chicken, it's any animal with a feather, which makes sense because I'm sure people were giving her turkey on Thanksgiving. ear infection, huge rash. So now we are doing our best to make sure she's not consuming anything with a feather. So that would include chicken, turkey, duck. I don't know. Is there anything else that a dog might eat that have a feather? But it is incredible how much dog food has chicken in it. We've been reading the packages and almost every single one has chicken as an ingredient. We found a few options that don't have chicken, and you know dogs, they can be kind of picky. Here she is peeking in the corner looking because she knows we keep the treats down there. This is our dog Millie. Give this video a thumbs up to say hi to Millie. So we are just going through that process of figuring out a good dog treat for her and also working with her allergens. Here is the completed pantry, much more organized. Everything has a home and you can find what you're looking for. So I'll give you an overview of how I organized it. So here on the top shelf, these are all baking things. So there's extra sugar, chocolate chips, brown sugar, powdered sugar, that kind of stuff in there. And then I just have some boxed things. So pancake mix, rice, stuffing, brownie mix, that kind of stuff. Behind I put extras of things. Applesauce, an extra bag of flour, and then ramen noodles. We like to have those sometimes, so I like to keep them on hand. This shelf was pretty organized. I really didn't have to do anything here. It's just all our canned goods, a couple things of cookies that'll go pretty quickly. I keep Ritz crackers behind these in here. There's some fluff back there, peanut butter, our cereal. We keep our rice in this old pretzel container. It just works out so well. And then this is honey. It has some turmeric and ginger and vanilla. I take a spoonful of this every single day and it has been working like a charm in this flu and cold season. Everybody else has gotten sick except for me. The next shelf has 2 baskets. This basket has all of our extra dressings and sauces, honey. I have flaxseed on hand right now I've been using for a bunch of things, so I'm just keeping it right there. The second one has like nuts and candy, and this is where I keep our tortillas as well. Then our crackers are decanted in these canisters, and we have some little cups of fruit. The next shelf is where like our, there's like a vent under here, so it has this weird jut out, but it's perfect for my blender. I always keep that right there. I pretty much use it every single day, so it works out really well. I have some oats behind there, some protein powders, all of our bars and snacks. In these containers are my dog's dog treats. And then here is a few more snacks, and I found a bag or a box of popcorn, so I put a bunch of popcorn in there too. Then at the bottom here, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog drinking. She just has to take a drink now. You done? Okay. The bottom here, this is where we keep our dog food. This first basket is where we keep chips. The second basket is all extras of plastic bags, parchment paper. There's some extras of the dog treats that don't fit in these containers up here. I keep a few extra rolls of paper towels and our napkins. And then this box has our dog's wet food. She doesn't get wet food all the time, just here and there. So we just keep the cans in there. And then my husband has a whole bunch of drinks that he's keeping in here that hopefully will go away soon. That's not typically where they stay, but for now I'll just leave them. We could definitely use a drink fridge, but don't really have a good place for it here in this house, which is fine. But here is my completed pantry refresh. It looks so much better. This was a Friday night. My husband went and did the grocery shopping. I'm just unloading everything here, and this is my son. His name is Luca. He loves when my husband comes home from the grocery store. This has become his routine. I unload everything and he sits here and samples everything. It is so funny, and I've shown this a few times now. It's a new habit he has, and I don't know, but it's very entertaining, and he just chats and samples everything while I unload. So as soon as I'm done unloading, I will show you everything we got for this week. Grocery haul this week. We got some pot stickers. We've never had these before, so those will be interesting to try. Pizza rolls and a few different flavors of sun chips, the cheddar, French onion, and garden vegetables. These are the chicken nuggets that we get. Ravioli we're gonna have one night for dinner. We are gonna have stuffing, green beans, and do like our own shake and bake chicken. Some pistachios, lettuce for tacos, got pizza sauce, some hamburger and bison, pineapple for kielbasa with pineapples and peppers, some baking things, cornmeal, baking powder, pizza sauce, some yeast so we can try to make our own pizza dough, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, grapes for fruit, some fruit snacks, chocolate chips, and other snacks. For Luca, here's some peach cups, coconut water, some tortellini, little cookies for Luca. We've never tried these before. Chocolate and what is this, strawberry? We'll see how those are. Some dog treats. This is the milk that we get. Some Chex Mix, eggs, vitamin water, and rice, and also some croissants for breakfast sandwiches. My husband came home rather late Friday evening with the groceries, so as soon as he came home, I put everything away as quickly as possible. I was just almost finished making pizza that was in the oven, and we had dinner as a family, played with Luca a little bit before it was his bedtime, and before we knew it, it was time for me to go to bed as well. I am an early bird. I go to bed pretty much every single night at 9 o'clock. It varies here and there sometimes, but for the most part, my goal is to be in bed asleep by 9:30. So our evenings are kind of short. They go by really fast, as I'm sure you experience as a mom too. So this is back to Saturday morning. I did not have the energy Friday night to clean all of our fruit, but if our fruit does not get cleaned, it does not get eaten. It just sits in the fridge and rots until it gets thrown away, basically. But I found if I take the time to clean it all gets consumed within the week, and it's just a lot easier. And it also looks a lot prettier because I put them in mason jars with these beautiful wooden tops that I found off of Amazon. So this week we got blueberries, grapes, and strawberries. I always wash my fruit in water and vinegar. It works perfectly and makes the fruit last us the week. It is only us, a family of 3. It's not a big family. So we don't have to purchase fruit more than once a week. I know for other families, larger families, fruit goes even faster and they have to purchase a few times a week, but that is just how our family works. As my son and I get all of this fruit taken off of the vines and into the water to soak for a little bit and then put them all away, I wanted to give you some encouragement. I saw this on Pinterest and thought it was so lovely. If you only carry one thing throughout the entire year, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path to where you are meant to go. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. After the fruit soaks for a little bit in the vinegar and water, I always like to strain it and run it underneath some fresh water to take some of that vinegar off. And then I use a salad spinner to try to take some of the water off so that they're as dry as possible. Then I also dry them here on a towel. For the blueberries and strawberries, I keep them in mason jars and I always put paper towel at the bottom. Blueberries and strawberries carry a lot of moisture already, and over the week, the moisture is what creates the mold. So if you put some paper towel underneath the fruit, the paper towel will absorb the moisture, decreasing the amount of molds or the time that the molds will create, so then your fruit will last the entire week. I store the grapes in mason jars as well. I just don't put paper towel at the bottom. Grapes don't create moisture. They have a harder, thicker skin, so the moisture can't get through that barrier and cause the mold issues. Here are the fruits all ready for the week, cleaned, prepped in the mason jars. This saves us a lot of space too here in the fridge, having them all stored this way. I hope this video gave you lots of tips and tricks for organizing ideas, helps you through the weekend, get ready for a beautiful week ahead. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me today. If you have not yet, I would love for you to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday.